Welcome to this video. This is going to be a general overview of your new GPS device. Now when you first turn it on, you will see a bunch of apps on your screen, and many of them are self-explanatory. Obviously things like games, ebook reader and music are quite self-explanatory, so we won't go too much into that just yet. Now, I should mention first of all that although this is primarily a GPS device, it does work with you can put music on the device with using an SD card. However, it's a bit of a clunky way to listen to music, and it would probably be better to use your mobile phone or your stereo. To go into navigation mode, you will need to press the navigation application in the app menu, but we won't go into that just yet, and we'll come back to that shortly. One of the first things you might want to do is change your language, so you should press the language application to select your primary language. Make sure that's set correctly. Please note that the FM function will only work if your GPS has that as a feature. If not, it will not work. Now let's look at the next set of applications by pressing one of the buttons on the right hand side of the screen. Pressing the Restore Set application will reset the GPS to its factory settings, so please use that with caution, and only in circumstances where you think the GPS is in error. The calibration app can be used to calibrate the touchscreen. To do that, simply follow the on-screen instructions and follow the crosshair around the screen until you are finished. Press the screen again to go back to the main menu. The NaviPath app can be used to set the navigation path on the device. Set that if you think the file system is corrupted or you see an error message that pops up to say to set the navigation path. Otherwise, you won't have to do anything. However, let's take a look and show you how to do that quickly. First of all, what you will notice in the navigation path settings is the option to auto run your GPS when you start it up, so select that as you wish. To set the navigation path, go into the Resident Flash folder, then into the Primo folder, then select primo.exe. Make sure that is checkmarked, then press OK. Then go back and you will be back to the main menu, and your device will be ready to load up the GPS navigation software. The GPS info tab can be used to reset the GPS signal should you find the signal not very strong, or it's taking some time to pick up. You can press the reset, and usually sometimes that will help it to pick up a lot quicker. Going back to the main menu then, we will take a quick look at the USB application. This is for is when you plug the device into your computer, you want to make sure you use the mass storage mode, or else it will not pick up on your computer. When you use mass storage mode, it will essentially come up on your desktop as an external drive. It's worth mentioning that you will not need to plug your device into your computer unless you are doing something to the file system like updating maps or installing maps. Otherwise, I would leave that alone just in case you could corrupt some of the files. It's advised that you do not really use the Wince program unless you are a technical kind of person, or this is only really meant for techies and people who understand how to use it and program with it. So unless you are, have a high level of education in that area, then I would just leave that alone. For most people, that would be the case. Some other applications, the volume, quite self-explanatory, go up and down to adjust the volume. And also the backlight application to adjust the backlight and the lighting behind the screen. So let's go back now and start up the navigation. When the navigation loads, you'll be presented with a screen showing your map, some options to select your destination, the route options and more. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to set your vehicle profile. To do that, press the settings, then scroll down and go to route settings. Select your vehicle by pressing the vehicle tab, and you can select from car, pedestrian, bicycle, emergency, bus, taxi or lorry. For lorries, you can select your profile by pressing the settings tab. There you can enter your length, width, height and all the other information about your lorry or truck, and then it will be ready to go and avoid all the restricted roads. To set your destination, press the destination tab. Then press find address. If your GPS already has a signal, it will pre-fill some of the information for you to give your current location. For instance, the United Kingdom will be already set if you're in the United Kingdom and your city field. Press city then to enter a city name, town or postcode. When entering a postcode, please make sure to put a space in between the postcode or will not finish putting it in. So you need to make sure you put a space to continue. Select your destination from the list. If it's the right one, then hit select city. It should then point you to your exact destination and give you a little overview. Press go. If you have selected the lorry profile, then it will give you your vehicle profile again to check before you get going. Press OK. It will give you another quick overview of your route, and then you press go. Your GPS will now be ready to guide you to your destination. Let's go back and take a look at some of the other features. The Find Places tab can be used to find nearby locations. To search for your destination, type the quick search, enter a nearby location that you are looking for instance a BP garage, or bring up the list of the places found in the area and you can select one of those to get going. You can use the Find on Map feature to view your current destination and have a brief look around the area. To store a favorite destination, go into your destination history, choose one of your recent destinations, go to more and add to favorites. That will then store that in your favorites, which you can refer back to later. Back in settings, press the Sounds and Warnings tab to adjust your volume settings for the GPS. Also, you can select the voice language that your GPS uses. If you scroll down, we can also select alert point settings. This will allow you to switch on the speed camera settings. Please make sure alert points warnings are checked marked if you would like to use speed camera warnings. You can customize the quick menu by pressing the Customize Quick Menu tab. This will allow you to select the options you would like to see on the quick menu, allowing you to quickly access that from the quick menu startup screen. Driving time management can be used to set timing settings. This is especially useful for lorry or truck drivers. If you would like your GPS to store historical traffic data, make sure that is check marked in the traffic settings. In route settings, you can change your vehicle type, your navigation mode, and the route planning method. You can also select different roads you would like to take, including toll roads or ferries. If there are multiple users that will be using the GPS, you may want to create a profile for each person by going into the User Profiles tab and setting up a profile. That will allow you to have a profile for each user. The Map Settings tab will allow you to change the map views on your GPS. You can change from 3D to 2D, you can change the viewpoints, or you can change automatic overviews and the different colours and some other options there for you to choose from. In the visual guidance settings, you can select the different signs and signals you would like your GPS to notify you of. Make sure they are checked marked. In the Display tab, you can choose between the different skins available, like the day skin or the night skin. It's suggested to keep that on the default. You can change your regional preferences in the Regional tab. In here, you can select your program language. You can select for the different languages available to you. And in units and formats, you can select things like the distance conversions to miles per hour or kilometers per hour. You can change fuel economy, weight, currency, and other things like that. Please set that to how you would like. Some of the things that aren't too important, but you may wish to select the auto-saving mode in the trip monitor settings, as well as save track logs. In the log collection, you will see application usage information and GPS tracks. Please make sure they are checked marked. In the Start Configuration wizard, you can go through the settings step by step and configure your GPS to how you would like. Press Reset to Default to reset the GPS back to factory settings. Now, if we go back to the navigation menu and select More, you will see some other applications in this section. It is worth noting that the Update and Extras tab will not work unless that is enabled on your device. If it is not enabled, then you will have to check your user guide to see how you will update your maps, because it will vary from model to model. We won't be going into the other applications in this section because they're quite self-explanatory, but feel free to explore those. That's about all from this video. We hope you found it helpful, and we'll be back soon with some more tutorials. Thank you and goodbye.